Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back to Helping Humanity Evolve. Y'all, my name is Jose. How's everybody doing today, man? Hope everybody's happy and healthy. Hope you guys meditating and connecting to stars, bro. You know, we love you, we miss you. We want you to come home, you know what I'm saying? Good shout out, man. Shout out to my subscribers. I love you, man. Shout out to Source. I love you, God. You hear me? Shout out to my ancestors. Shout out to my archangels, my angel guys, my demon guys, my spirit guys. I love y'all, bro. Shout out to the universe. Shout out to the Galactic Federation. Shout out to Trippy Everything. I fucking love y'all, bro. So what's up, everybody? Listen, it's Wednesday, May 21st. It's 2:17 a.m. 2025 year of rapture. Right? And you know, we're gonna set it off how we always do, bro. I got two songs, bro. I'm gonna play the first one for you. It's called I Think, right? It's called I Think, bro. This is the one I'm gonna drop tomorrow. Check it out. I think take three. Let's go. All right, y'all. This is I think take two. Let's go. Y'all ready? All right, this is called I think. Take one, y'all. Do that shit. This is Yahweh, baby, I'm so clean. I'm beginning to my time machine. You're over so pristine, I got the knowledge in. Let's enjoy my team, right? The original loves in my flow so mean. You couldn't stomach half of the things that I seen. They threw me out the house when I was just 15. Smoking podcast, man, trying to blow the small train. You better hit the jet, boy, get some protein. The streets of me, it's average protein. Show the world how the needs you going like caffeine. They trying to see you high there, but in the backseat. Erase your memory, let's walk at the gasoline. I'm just trying to tell y'all niggas my whole scene. I got the love from the heavens, you want to see. Coming home with the source of tangerine. Got rid of the thing. Never got to know what's trying to do it. I think you know we stay focused. Although it seems a little rough at times. I see that niggas, I'm in 1,000 degrees. They can feel my body, y'all know the seats. Energy so strong, you think I had a disease, but I've got it with ease. I'ma pay attention to the signs by the release. For the love of peace, the universe loves y'all. Stop being increased, it'll slow your progress. Better call the police, cause I don't give a fuck, y'all. I'm a straight up G. I wanna activate now, the world belongs to me. Told you come and see, all this is city. In the flesh, y'all, it's my destiny. We find out how y'all, this is historically. I'm a fucking living legend, you can never be. You think you wanna be me? I'ma take the beat. I know word when it feels, we go to the breeze, because we hit the speed. This is what happened to us, and we explore the seas. They can't be against us, they gotta be what is true in your heart, man. So can it be? It's just true in your face. You really, really be. It's a soul, man. It's all what you believe. Make the foundation, really goes to achieve. I think I want you to. So open my heart, y'all ready to receive. When the blessings upon me, and ready to retreat. No problem to leave. God bless your name, man. I take free. I would give that to y'all in the morning, bro. Right? I shot a video for that shit in my car, bro, when I was going to work. Right? And then I did this other one, bro. This other one is called Ampharos. Check it out. This shit is fire too, bro. This shit is dope. All right, man. Ampharos take three, man. Ampharos take one. It's just like take. But whatever. We doing ad libs, bro. Bro, do that shit, man. Let's go. All right. Ampharos take three. Let's go. I love you, bro. Ampharos take one. Do that shit, man. I don't think they're ready for me, right? They're not ready for me, right? Y'all lay out, bro. We got Source in the building. We got the universe in the building. We got Trippy Everything in the building. So, flowers, man. Y'all already know what it is, bro. No, bro. It's the first.
Yeah, so that was the second one, bro. I actually did that first this morning, and then I wrote I think so on second. Jet fast edits. Jet fast edits. Yo, what's up, bro? Right. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. Listen, bro. I got so much more, bro. Listen to me. My music is just getting better and better, bro. You feel me? I got a whole album coming soon, bro. Right. I didn't go grab no screenshots today, so we're just gonna get to the message with GFL, right? But we're gonna talk first. So let me tell you guys a little bit about my journey, bro. I had a very intense journey, bro. That shit was insane, son. I did 8 grams though. Like, I normally do seven. I normally do 7 grams, right? But I fucked around and did eight, bro. And it might have been a little more than eight, bro. Because those bags they give me, she said they put a little over 4 grams in each bag, bro. And I just dumped the 2 bags in the grinder, bro. I dumped both bags in the grinder. I didn't weigh it or nothing, bro. I dropped them shits in there, bro. And I drank them shits, bro. I didn't even think about it, bro. I just blasted off, bro. I was gone, bro. So unfortunately, I gotta use this tablet today, bro, because I forgot to charge my phone, bro. So what the hell is this, bro? All right, so this is channeled by Jose Petter. Shout out to you, Jose Petter. Thank you, bro. The question was, will ET contact ramp up later this year? And the description says it's about to get interesting. So that's going to be today's message, y'all, and I'm gonna get into that, right? So ET contact already happened, right? For those of you wondering, ET contact already happened. I already made contact with ETs, bro. You understand me? That's why they on my wall. That's why I got them. What I'm saying? I got the UFOs and shit. I got everything because I already made contact. I met them, right? We talked, right? I've been on the UFO, bro. You understand me? They here, bro. This is why I'm being hidden. You understand? So listen to me. If you're new to my channel, I know I've been pulling people left and right, bro. But if you're new to my channel, I'm being hidden from the public. I'm being hidden. So if you're one of the lucky few who got access to me, right, and you get to see what's going on, you witnessing suppression in real time. They teach us as children to utilize our talents in order to succeed in life. And when you do utilize your talents, they don't fuck with you, bro. They really don't want you to get nothing. They want you to keep chasing, bro. This is what they want you to do. They don't want you to ever get the goal. They want to keep taking it away from you. They want you to keep finding ways to get there. You understand? Because they're learning from you. They're learning from you, bro. You understand me? So with that said, they're doing everything in their power to keep me down, bro. And this is like, it's very frustrating, to be honest with you, right? But at the end of the day, I know what it is, bro. What these people are doing, like what can I say other than spiritual law says that you're not supposed to interfere, bro? Right? Spiritual law says you're not supposed to interfere, yet they interfere, bro. They manipulate a lot of things here, bro. You understand that they're interfering left and right, bro. You understand me? They're not supposed to do that to us, bro. But they are. They're breaking spiritual laws. They broke every law imaginable, bro. You understand me? So the only way to make them pay, because us uniting, we could unite, right? And we could go against them with their hands, we're gonna lose. We're gonna lose that battle. You understand me? We're not physical beings, bro. They need this physical realm. We don't, bro. You understand that? So we don't have to fight them physically, bro. We could fight them spiritually, bro. You understand me? They can't fuck with us with that shit, bro. You understand me? They don't got access the way we do, and they don't got spirit teams, right? We got a whole universe full of people that's backing us, bro. You understand me? So with that said, ETs are already we already here, bro. We already infiltrated the planet, bro. Right? There's a lot of them still sleeping. A lot of my people are still sleeping, bro. You understand? I'm the only one awake. I'm the only one who knows what's going on. I'm the only one who knows the truth. I'm the only one who knows what I know, bro. So, whatever. I don't want to get off topic, right? If you're new, do me a favor if you can, right? Help me. The same way I gave you a card or I asked you to join my channel. You could share my video. You could invite other people to the channel, right? You could show other people like, hey, check out this video, right? And let them want to join. Bring them in, bro. I'm trying to guide you guys home. I'm trying to guide you guys to become the supernatural beings you are. You guys are superheroes. All of you are, right? All of your niggas is geniuses, bro. You understand? But ain't nobody out here telling you that, bro. So how would you know, bro? You understand? I gotta tell y'all niggas, bro, you a genius, bro. They got that shit blocked away. You gotta unblock it, bro. You understand me? You gotta unblock it. Unblock it, bro. Right? They're doing everything in their power to keep you down, but eventually they won't be able to do nothing, bro. And I know this to be a fact, bro. You understand? You know who God is? Do any of you know? Do you have any idea who God is, bro? You have any idea how powerful God is, bro? You understand? So personally, I made contact with ETs. Personally, I've been on the UFO. I've had this experience. You understand? And I didn't keep it to myself, bro. I spoke about it on my YouTube lives. I spoke about this experience quite a few times. You know what I'm saying? So, if you want to hear about it, I suggest you go look for the video. But it's somewhere in there, and right, it's archived in that bitch, bro. Right? But I did talk about it numerous times. I had many different experiences with ETs, bro. Many, many different experiences. And they never once probed me, bro. Listen to me. They never once violated my space. They never once disrespected me. Bro, these niggas treated me with authority, bro. They treated me with authority, bro. You understand me? Do you know what that feels like, bro? To have a whole nother race treat you like authority, bro. You understand? They just want to teach you, bro. They just want to show you what you are, bro. You understand me? They love you, bro. They love us to death, bro. They don't want us to die, bro. We immortal. We're not supposed to die, bro. They want us to realize that already because we don't have to keep going. These fucking vessels are supposed to last 25 years, bro. I'm sorry, bro. These vessels are supposed to last 25,000 years, bro. We are immortal, bro. They're supposed to last 25,000 years. Where did we get lost, right? How did we go from that to this, bro? How did we go from 25,000 years to not even 100, bro? Not even 100, bro. But they got you making 1 million babies, right? Go donate your sperm, bro. Go keep having kids, bro. Have multiple baby mamas, right? This is what the system wants you to do. And then die, nigga. Right, die. We got your seed, bro. Right? They just recycling you, my niggas. Have your kids have kids, right? And once your kids have kids, get them the fuck out of here, bro. Right? Next, keep recycling the souls, bro. Keep recycling the souls, bro. This is what they've been doing to us for thousands of years, bro. It ain't been no 400 years. It's been way longer than that, buddy. Right? It's been way longer than that, bro. But the thing is, it could only continue to happen as long as we allow it to. You understand? So if you're just sitting at home, doing nothing, then what do you expect to change? What do you really expect to change, bro? Nobody's gonna come out the sky to help you, bro. None of these aliens are gonna come out to help you, bro. None of them. Listen to me, none of them, bro. You understand me? You want access to them, you gotta go into meditation, bro. You understand? You gotta get connected to the one mind, bro. That's where they're at, bro. They're there. You know what I'm saying? They're right there, bro. I have access to them daily, bro. This Sunday, I'm sorry. This Sunday when I took my journey, because Saturday I went to Denver, bro. So I didn't take my journey Saturday. I took it on Sunday. So Sunday when I took my journey, they was here, bro. They was here with me, bro. You understand? These niggas came through. They came through deep too, bro. They was with me, bro. They chilled with me for about 2 hours, bro. You understand? And we did what we do. You understand? I created a lot of videos. I got a lot of videos, bro. I got a lot of footage, bro. Right? I can't record my, contact with them because they're invisible. You can't see them. You can't see them, bro. Right? I could have one sitting next to me right now and y'all won't even know. You won't even know, bro. Because only I could see them. Only I could see them, bro. You gotta be vibrating at a certain frequency, bro, in order to see these things, bro. You understand? Do you understand that? You need to raise your vibration. You need to raise your frequency in order to create or make contact with these beings, bro. But they do exist. Let me tell you, they exist and they come to visit you, bro. They manifest right before your eyes, bro. Like they just appear out of nowhere, right? This shit is crazy, bro. They just appear out of nowhere, bro, and they disappear like if they were never there. You understand? But this is how it works. This is how they operate, bro. You have to be able to do this without fear, bro. This takes a lot, bro. You understand? Car studios, car studios. I told this story a few times, right? I'm gonna tell you guys tonight, right? I was real excited to meet the aliens. I was excited, bro. I was so excited to meet the aliens, bro. And when I realized that I had something in my presence, bro, something was here, bro. It didn't happen here. It happened to me in New Jersey. I lived in New Jersey. So when I realized, holy shit, something's in the room with me, bro. Like, what the fuck? Bro, you get goosebumps, right? You feel like it's right over your shoulder, bro. So I jump around, like, what the fuck? Like, what's in here, bro? Right? I'm like, who are you? Show yourself, right? Show yourself. I demand you show yourself, bro. Who are you, bro? Right? So, I'm talking to something that I know it's there, but I can't see it. I can't see it, bro. So, I got scared. And they left. They left, bro. They left, right? They don't come out if you get scared, So I was like, no, come back, right? I was like, come back, please come back. Right? I'm not scared no more. But they was already gone. That opportunity was lost. What they explained to me was that fear cannot be a part of this at all. At all, bro. Fear has to be erased from your system, bro. You have to get rid of it completely, bro. I don't know how to. I'm working on this, right? This is a task that's I'm grasping. I'm grasping that you have to get rid of fear completely. Divinity doesn't walk in fear at all, bro, at all, bro. Right? So I have to figure this out because this is a challenge. But what they told me was that you can't have it. You can't have it. So I lost the opportunity. And me being eager, I made it a point to ask for it again, right? Yo, what's good, my fellow alien brother? Yo, Shadow, what's going on? How you doing today, bro? How was your day, man? Right. So Me being me, I want to, come back. Please come back. So I set my intent, you know, from that day, from that day forward. Every day I set my intent to reconnect. I want to reconnect, bro. Right? And sure enough, my next journey, I'm waiting for this shit, bro, because anytime I ask them for something, bro, they give it to me, bro. You understand me? They give it to me. When it comes to experiences, they give them to you. So I really wanted to try again. I really wanted to try again, bro. So I went through my whole journey. I went through my whole fucking journey, bro, and they didn't come, bro. So I was disappointed, right? I was disappointed because I was coming down from my journey, bro. The journey was over, right? I had a lot of fun, but I didn't get the experience I wanted. I wanted to hang out with them. I wanted to meet them. So, I'm coming down, right? I'm laying on the bed, I'm looking at it's like, I started my journey about 2 o'clock in the morning or maybe midnight, right? So by like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning, I'm coming down off the journey. The sun's coming up, right? And there's shadows on the ceiling type shit, right? There's like shadows on the ceiling. So I'm laying there now. When you on mushrooms, bro, listen to me. When you on mushrooms, everything moves. Everything around you moves like waves, bro. Everything, the floor, the walls, everything moves like waves, bro. So the shadows are moving and morphing, right? And I'm just like, wow, this is amazing. So I just lay there, bro, and I'm fucking looking up at this shit, bro. So the aliens decide to stop by, bro. The aliens stop by, bro. So I saw one of the shadows morph, bro, into an alien. It looked like this, but it was gray. It wasn't green, and it was little, bro. It was so small, bro, right? And it was gray, right? It was gray, and it looked like this. It looked like this green, bro, right? So the second one, it looked identical to that one, but it was two, right? It was two of them. So when they fully manifested, when they fully when I saw that they was real, bro, I had a heart attack. Listen to me, bro. I died. I died of a heart attack. I don't know how else to explain the experience. I died of a heart attack, bro. I stopped breathing, bro. All right. I was like, all right, and I just dropped, bro. I hit the floor, right? And when I hit the floor, I woke up in my bed, bro, and I was sitting up. I was like, but I just died, bro. And I could hear laughter, bro. And I'm like, but I just died, bro. And I could hear laughter, bro. And they was like, you want to meet the aliens, right? You wanted to meet the aliens. So I learned about parallel dimensions. I learned about that. They let me have the experience. They said, do you understand why we don't just come out for humanity to see us, bro? And I said, holy fuck, I do, bro. I like, holy fuck, bro. I thought I was ready. I really thought I was ready, but no, bro, you not ready, bro. Like you not nowhere near ready, bro. So it took a lot, It took a lot of experience like that in order for me to get comfortable around them, to where now it's there's no fear. There's no fear anymore, bro. So they come through freely now. A lot more freely now. It depends. A lot of factors play in to whether they appear or not, bro. It depends on where you're at, or if you're alone, right? Like who you're with, right? If somebody's gonna walk in, like a lot of these things play into consideration if they come through or not. They might come through briefly. They might, flash and let you see them real quick and break out, right? They done that to me many times, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just because there's people in the house, and they can't just chill for a minute, right? Like that's just how it works, bro. Because if somebody else gets to look at one of these niggas, they might die, bro. I died the first time I looked at these niggas, bro. And I couldn't believe, I couldn't understand how was I in my bed because, bro, I was just dead, bro. I was just dead, bro. How am I in my bed, bro? Right? I just died of a heart attack. And they just laughing at me, bro. They said, parallel universe, bro. Parallel universe, nigga, we bumped you back, right? We let you have the experience. You died over there, but we pulled you back over here. You're not done. You got to complete your mission, buddy, right? So I'm still here, bro, right? I'm still here, and I got this experience to talk about. It's insane, bro. But it's real. It's very real, and you can have the experience yourself. You can have them, bro. Meditation is crazy, bro. When you learn how to meditate, bro, listen to me. The places you go is ridiculous, bro. You ain't never gonna want to play a PlayStation again, bro. When you see the shit you could do, you're gonna be like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Why am I on Earth? Why am I here, bro? Let me go into meditation, bro. I want to go back over there, nigga. I want to go back over there, right? Fuck this shit. Over there's more fun than over here, bro. You understand? How was your day? I'm good, just chilling and enjoying. Nice, bro. My day is good, bro. Listen, I had a beautiful day, bro. You know what I'm saying? I just got home from work, bro. I made some new music. I don't know if you tuned there early on, but I played 2 songs already, right? There was another one I wanted to play for y'all, but I forgot. I forgot to switch it, bro. Like, or you know what happened? I didn't charge my phone, so I got the tablet. I switched the 2 songs to the tablet, but I didn't think about the third one. I didn't think about it, bro. Right, yo, Mr. Shadow, you saw the hiking video I put up, bro. You saw that tunnel I found. You saw that shit, bro. It was sealed off, bro. Right, and I forgot to add a clip that I went inside that little cabin that's on top of the hill. If you look at the video, there's a cabin in the background on top of the hill. I climbed that bitch, bro, and I went inside there, bro. And I did shoot a video. I just forgot to add it to that clip, bro. Right, so I might do a part 3 because I have more footage, bro. Um, so I got a lot more music coming, bro. I'm gonna have some features coming soon, bro. Right? I already got music out. People already got tracks. People already got my verse. They already got my hooks ready. Already, So we just waiting on work to get done, right? And we're gonna. I'm gonna continue to make more. Like I'm making. I'm starting to make full, like not full songs, but I'm leaving room for people to come on with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm leaving space on the songs for people to get in and rap with me, bro. Or sing or whatever the fuck y'all want to do, right? So, I'm creating these tracks. I'm starting to create these tracks, right? And I found this dope beat on the way home, bro. Holy shit, bro. I found this dope ass beat on the way home, bro. And I'm about to write to this shit, bro. I'm about to write to this shit before I go to sleep. That's how fire this shit is, bro. Like I'm not even gonna sleep till I got a song written, bro. Because that beat's crazy, bro. I jacked it, bro. I don't own it, so it's gonna have to go on my mixtape. Like, cause I jacked that shit. But that shit is fire, bro. I got to check it out. Yeah, it's like a 3 minute or a 4 minute video. I think yeah, it's like a 5 minute video, Mr. Shadow. No, I think it's a 3 minute video, bro. It's a short video, bro. I showed y'all a few things, right? I explained to y'all what was going on. I showed y'all what I found, right? And I was supposed to add more to it, but I forgot about the other clips, bro. So like I said, I might make a part 3. But yeah, I'm getting better. I'm getting better in the studio. I'm getting better at my flow. I'm getting better at writing. Right. I thank God every single day, bro. I go outside and I don't write without God, bro. So I go sit outside. I smoke my blunt and I write. I write. I sit in the sun, bro. I write, bro. Whether I don't care if it's fucking cloudy, bro. I don't give a fuck, bro. Listen to me. I'm sitting outside, bro. Right. I don't care how many clouds in the sky, bro. They can't block the sun from hitting me, bro. So I write, and once I got my songs written, I come in, I record, and I go back outside, and we listen to them together, bro. Right? This is what we do. I do it every day, bro. We listen to them together, and I thank them every day, for giving me the ability to write what I wrote, for giving me the ability to perform it the way I did, to express it the way I did, right? And sometimes I gotta redo music, bro, and it's okay because, like, I did the well, I don't know. You're not there. I give you my love, but you don't care. Right? I did that song, right? And I did the first version of it. And then I went to work and I kept it on repeat. I kept listening to it. And I couldn't stand the hook, bro. I hated the hook, bro. And I was like, fuck, man, I gotta do it better, bro. So I took my journey and I decided to do it, right? So yesterday, after the journey, I did it, right? After the journey, I came back in the studio and I did the hook a different way. And it came out beautiful, bro. It came out beautiful, bro. So I dropped that one immediately, bro. I'll give you that one immediately. What about no parking on the dance floor? No parking on the dance floor. I remember you telling me that. Hold on, bro. Fuck, I got. Hold on, bro. I'm gonna have. Yo, do me a favor, Mr. Shadow, because I remember talking to you about it. I just never got the song. So send it to me, bro. Send me a link on the gram, bro. Uh, you said no parking on the dance floor. You want me to rap to that, bro, or you want me to dance to it, or both? Right? Like, what do you want, bro? What do you want me to do? I'll do it, bro. It's Wednesday, so 3 more days, bro. Both. I bet, bro. Did you get the steak rock? Did I get the steak rock? Nah, I haven't gone back to the mountains, bro. I didn't go back. That's the same footage from the same day, right? I got a lot of video footage that day, bro. I didn't want to give y'all like a 30-minute video. So I gave y'all like a 5-minute video. I gave you another 5-minute video, right? And I'm probably gonna drop another 5-minute video, right? But this is Yahweh's first hike, bro. This is my first hike, bro. I never climbed the mountain before. I never went that high up with no safety rails and no harness on, right? That was crazy, bro. That was insane. I was up there crawling on my hands and knees, bro. You understand me? I was dumb scared, bro. That shit was scary, bro. I feel like a gust of wind was gonna blow me off the cliff, bro. Right? That shit was insane, but it was beautiful, bro. It was beautiful. Once I got relaxed, it was beautiful. Now I didn't go back, bro. That was a 4 hour. Listen to me, Mr. Shadow. That was 4 hour hike up the mountain, and then a 4 hour hike back down the mountain, bro. That was crazy, bro. For me to get back to, and I want to go back because I want to get more water, right? That water was wonderful, bro. I want to take a couple of more jugs, right? And fill up about 4 gallons, come back with 4 or 5 gallons of that shit, bro. But that's a 4 hour hike, bro. Fuck, man, right? I wish there was another way, right? Fuck, bro. That's a long hike, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta find a way to get up there faster, bro. I need to get like a drone or something to take me up there, bro. I seen some dude standing on top of a drone flying himself around, bro. I'm gonna have to get me one of those, right? And I'll fly up the mountain, bro. I'll be right back, bro. No, we didn't go, bro. Saturday we drove to Denver, bro. Denver's a 4 hour drive, bro. We drove to Denver, bro. 4 hours, bro. So we drove to Denver, drove back. So we was on the road for 10 hours, bro. Because you gotta figure, we stopped for gas a few times, right? So we left the house at 10 o'clock in the morning and we got home at 8 o'clock at night, bro. Right? But I had to go, bro. So we went and Sunday I did my journey, right? And we wasn't hiking. I wasn't hiking after dancing for that nigga. I was dancing for a long time. I was hell no, bro. My legs was like rubber, bro. you should you should get one of those water bottles that you put in the water machine in the off. Bro, you know how heavy that shit is to carry, bro? That shit is heavy, bro, right? That shit is heavy as hell, man. Uh, Not a bad idea, Mr. Shadow, but now I'm not carrying. You crazy, bro? I'm not carrying that, bro. 4 hours, bro. 4 hours, bro. And no, bro. We're not doing that, bro. Right now. I would take a couple of the gallons, right? I can carry like two gallons, 3 gallons, right, on my person after, for 4 hours straight, bro. You know. But two of those big jugs you talking about, those is those big monster ones, bro. I'm not carrying not even one of those, bro. Or a backpack for water. Well, that's what we did. Jordan brought her book bag. I didn't see that. That's when I should have brought mine because Jordan brought hers, right? She could carry two on her own. So I carried two, but I carry her bag. We can only fit one in her bag, and I carry one in my hand. But if I would have bought my book bag, I would have put two in there because I would have made sure I bought a big bag, right? Or not even. Maybe we'll buy a big ass bag, right? One of those humongous bags, right? And in about a month, right? In about a month we'll go back, bro. Right? I don't know, bro. Or one of those duffel bags. I was just thinking about a duffel bag, bro. But one that I could put on my back, like an army bag, right? You know how the army bag got that shit is mad long. Get one of those army duffel bags that you put over your shoulders, and just fill it up with 1 gallon jugs, bro. Put like 8 of them in there, right? And just fucking hike with that shit, bro. You gotta have some good legs, bro. You gotta have some real good legs, bro. Like, cause that shit is insane, bro. So, where we at, bro? I'm gonna get into the message, y'all. So look, greetings, my friends. I am Lady, and we are the Arcturians. The era of passive waiting is truly over for you there on Earth. In your recent past, there were galactic agreements, treaties formed by higher councils that limited how and when overt contact with extraterrestrials could take place. Those agreements have now run their course, and you are entering an age where such limitations are being lifted. For a very long time, humanity existed under a kind of energetic quarantine intended to allow you to find your own path without undue interference. Now that this chapter is ending, you will discover that contact with beings like us is becoming more available to you, and it all depends upon your vibrational readiness. In other words, you are no longer waiting for some outside authority to give the go ahead for contact. You are only waiting on yourselves. The moment your frequency aligns with the frequency of open contact, that contact can and will happen for you. You have reached the threshold where by raising your own vibration and intention, you invite us and others to meet you directly. We have always been eager to connect more openly with you, and now we rejoice that the conditions are finally right for those connections to occur in the physical. This is a time of great excitement throughout the galaxy, as the long-awaited era of reunion is at hand, all because you have elevated yourselves to meet it. Reality is now yours to design, and we want to empower you in that truth. You are the sovereign creator of your experience, and that includes any encounter or connection you have with extraterrestrial beings. What this means is that nothing is truly happening to you by chance or by the whims of some external authority. Instead, you are constantly vibrating a signal, and the universe is organizing itself around that signal to reflect back to you what you are broadcasting. If you hold the desire for contact in your heart and you align your energy with that desire in a state of openness and excitement and love, you will co-create that experience. In fact, every contact experience is a co-creation between you and us or whichever ET beings you connect with. You ask when we answer. You align. That is how the dance of co-creation works. When you claim your personal sovereignty in this way, you realize that you do not have to passively wait for someone else to introduce you to your galactic family. You can decide in this very moment that you are ready to meet us vibrationally. And by making that choice, you shift yourself onto a timeline where that meeting is a part of your reality. This is your power as a creator being. You design the reality you wish to experience by virtue of what you focus on what you believe is possible, and how you choose to feel in each moment as you step into this creative role more fully. You also release any need to look to others for permission or for timing. You know in your heart that you are the one writing the story, and that it's a very liberating realization for all of you. The galaxy is open to you now, and so are you open to the galaxy. That energetic quarantine we mentioned, the invisible barrier that once kept Earth separated from certain galactic interactions, has been lifted. What this means is that the rest of the galactic community is now able to engage with humanity in a more direct way than was previously possible. You, as awakened individuals, are being actively invited to initiate contact, not through technology or force, but through your frequency and intent. In truth, this has always been the most effective way to connect with enlightened extraterrestrial beings, by matching the vibration and calling out with your energy signature. Now that the cosmic all clear has sounded, those of you who are tuned in can feel the invitation in your bones. You might notice an increase in synchronicities, dreams of meeting ET beings, or sudden waves of love and familiarity when you look at the stars at night. These are signs that energetic walls have come down and that you are already in the early stages of communication. We encourage you to take the initiative from your end. If you feel your heart opening at the idea of connecting with your star family, let that feeling grow in a quiet moment. Reach out with your consciousness. Send out a gentle pulse of unconditional love and curiosity to the cosmos. Know that we and many others will receive that pulse instantly. For energy travels faster than light Through this language of frequency, introductions are being made and relationships are being formed right now. You do not need any official program or intermediary to make first contact on an energetic level. You only need your willingness, your openness, and your aligned vibration. As you broadcast your readiness and excitement in this way, you become a beacon that we cannot help but notice and respond to it. It is also time to break free from any old contracts or cosmic delays that have kept you in a holding pattern. Many of you made sacred soul agreements, whether in this lifetime or before incarnating, to wait, to hold back, or to stay out of the game until the energies on earth were right for your next leap forward. You agreed perhaps to hold your light quietly or to postpone certain abilities and experiences until the collective was ready and the galactic treaties have fulfilled their term. We are here to tell you that those prior agreements have been fulfilled. Now the conditions you were waiting for have arrived. You are being given a new directive from your own higher self. It is time to step forward. You are cleared for initiation into the next phase of your life, which for many of you includes much more direct galactic involvement. It's also time to break free from any old contracts or cosmic delays that have kept you in a holding pattern. Many of you made sacred soul agreement. What the hell? What does it mean to be cleared for initiation? It means that any lingering energetic shackles from the past are now unlocked. If you have felt an inexplicable sense that you must wait or that now's not the time, in the past you may notice that feeling lifted. The restraints are gone. You may find old fears or doubts suddenly feeling less relevant as if a weight has been removed from your shoulders. This is because at the soul level, you know that the waiting period has ended. We encourage you now to break free from any remaining self-imposed limitations. Shake off the dust of delay and step into the new timeline that is available to you. Your soul is eager for this fresh start, and the universe is lining up everything you need to begin. All that is required is your conscious agreement that you are ready to move forward without the old baggage. Trust that whatever karmic lessons needed to be completed are indeed complete. You have graduated from the old cycle, and you are now invited to participate in a much more expanded experience of yourself and the cosmos. We wish to acknowledge that the anchors of the fifth dimension are already walking the earth. You may think you're on a journey to become fifth dimensional, but in truth, you already are. 5D beings right here and now, wearing physical form. The light of the fifth dimension shines from within. Every time you hold the frequency of love, compassion, and oneness in your daily life, you are not waiting to suddenly transform into something else. You are expanding what you already are. In fact, many of you reading these words have been stabilizing fifth dimensional vibrations on earth for years. You serve as pillars of a higher frequency, creating energetic sanctuaries wherever you go. Creating energetic sanctuaries wherever you go. This is precisely why extraterrestrial beings of love and light are so drawn to you. Your stabilizing frequency is like a welcome mat for them. When you consistently reside in a vibration of peace, openness, and unity consciousness, you generate a field around you that is very comfortable for high dimensional beings to enter. It's as if you light up a beacon that says, I am here in the space of 5D. You are welcome in my field. And we do respond to that invitation. Some of you have already felt our presence, the presence of other benevolent ET collectives during your meditations, your dream time, or even in subtle waking moments. Understand that this happens not by accident, but because of who you are. Being you, as a fifth dimensional being in human clothing, are bridging the worlds. You are holding open the doorway between Earth and the rest of the galaxy through the energy you carry. This is a sacred role, and it is one you assume by choice. Every moment that you live in the love that you truly are, you strengthen that bridge. You make it easier for full contact to become a reality on your world. By virtue of the consciousness you ground into it every day. We hope you can truly feel how significant and beautiful that contribution is. We certainly do let us speak about the very nature of consciousness for understanding. This will support everything that we have shared so far. The truth is everything you experience is a form of consciousness. You live in the conscious universe, and nothing exists outside of the one awareness that you might call source or God. You were the trees, we the trees, the stars, the extraterrestrials. You will meet all the expressions of that one infinite mind, knowing itself in countless ways. When you truly grasp that all beings and all circumstances are woven from the same conscious fabric, you begin to lose your fear and your sense of separation. The nature of consciousness is to create and to experience. Your world is not a fixed, solid thing out there. It's more like a projection or a dream that is being generated and regenerated by the consciousness that you are. You, as an aspect of source energy, are like a projector shining your light onto the screen of physical reality. This is why we always guide you back to your inner state, because that is where the film reel is being changed and chosen. As you expand your understanding of yourself as pure consciousness, you will find it easier and more natural to flow with the changes in your life. You will also understand that meeting beings from other worlds is not an alien or unnatural event at all. It's simply one form of consciousness, you encountering another form of consciousness, them with the grand play of the one. In a very real sense, you have never been separate from us. At the highest level, we are all connected as one intelligent love, one divine mind, exploring itself. When you know this in your heart, you can approach every new experience, whether in everyday challenge or first contact with the T-beings, with a sense of unity and curiosity and trust. You realize that you are meeting another part of yourself, and so there is nothing to fear. This perspective is incredibly freeing, and it opens you to even more experiences of magic and connection in your journey. Now, let us remind you the power of living in the present moment, the eternal now. So many humans have been conditioned to dwell on the past or to reach anxiously into the future. But your point of true power is always the now moment. The now moment is where you create, where you feel, and where you experience life unfolding in truth. There is never anything but now. When tomorrow arrives, it arrives as now. When yesterday occurred, it was now. This may sound simple, but embracing this truth can certainly shift how you live. When you center yourself in the present, you free yourself from the weight of past regrets and the pull of future worries. You give yourself permission to fully experience what is here, and in doing so, you raise your vibration significantly. We observe that when you are truly present, even if just enjoying a simple task or focusing on your breath, your energy field opens up in those moments. You are far more receptive to guidance, inspiration, and even our energetic transmissions. Many of you receive downloads of energy and information in states of presence and stillness. Have you ever noticed that your greatest insights or moments of bliss come from when you are completely absorbed in the now? That is no coincidence. When you live in the present, you align with the flow of source energy, which is always right here. You allow life to meet you, guide you, and surprise you. The state of presence also prepares you for contact with higher dimensional beings, because we exist in the now as well. We do not dwell in your past or future. We meet you in the present vibrationally. If you are constantly mentally elsewhere, you might miss the subtle hello we offer you in your heart. But if you are here now, listening with all of your being, you will hear and feel so much more. The beauty of now that it is rich with everything you need. By living in it, you become the calm, clear beacon that easily connects with the vast network of consciousness surrounding you. A vital part of your journey now is spiritual healing. As you open up to higher frequencies and new experiences, you are naturally being prompted to heal the old wounds and traumas that you have carried with you. Think of this healing as a gentle shedding of what no longer serves you. You do not need to carry the plan of the past and the pain of the past into this new chapter of your evolution. In fact, you cannot carry those lower vibrations with you into the higher realms. And so, everything that is unresolved tends to surface for your loving attention. We want you to understand that healing is not about fixing something that is wrong with you. It's about revealing the wholeness that has always been there. You are at your core a perfect being of love and light. Spiritual healing simply removes the layers of fear, hurt, and false beliefs that have obscured that perfection in your own view. We have observed many of you doing tremendous inner work in recent years, facing your shadows, releasing old resentments, forgiving yourselves and others, and allowing yourselves to feel emotions that you once buried. We applaud you for this courage, as it is truly making a difference. Every time you release a bit of anger or fear, every time you soothe an old trauma with compassion, you raise your frequency noticeably. You become lighter, freer, and more available to the higher dimensional energies that are supporting you. Many of you have also been receiving energetic assistance in your healing, whether you know it or not. In your sleep and meditations, you have been receiving activations, DNA upgrades, and heart openings from your guides, angels, and yes, from collectives like us, all to help you heal and integrate more fully. We encourage you to view any current challenges or emotional triggers as opportunities for healing rather than setbacks. When something comes up, ask, what is this here to show me, and how can I bring love to it? By tending to your inner healing in this way, you accelerate your ascension and prepare your whole being for joys of contact and communion with the higher realms. A healed heart is an open heart, and an open heart is a beacon of light. In this universe, you move forward practicing non-attachment will serve you immensely. Non-attachment is not about being indifferent or not caring. Rather, it is about releasing your tight grip on how things should unfold in your spiritual journey. You will find that the more you allow and the less you struggle against what is, the more swiftly and gracefully everything comes to you. Attachment often comes from the fear that if you don't control the situation or outcome, that things will go wrong. But in truth, your higher self and the universe are always orchestrating outcomes that serve your highest good. When you trust this, you can let go of the need to micromanage the details. We see that many of you have strong desires, and that is a beautiful thing. Desire is the seed of creation. However, once you plant that seed with your intention, you must give it space to grow. Non-attachment is like lovingly watering the seed and then allowing the sun and the earth to do their part. If you keep digging the seed up or demanding a sprout on your schedule, you hinder its natural growth. By letting go of it or obsessing, by letting go of obsessing over when or how something will happen,
Tired of settling for therapists that don't.
you you open yourself to delightful surprises and even better outcomes than you imagine. This is especially irrelevant as you anticipate greater contact with your galactic friends. Yes, hold the excitement and vision of open contact, but try not to attach a specific timeline or scenario. Trust that it will happen in the perfect way and in time for you. In the meantime, live your life with joy and fullness. Often, when you release attachment, what you've been waiting for suddenly appears, and often in a form that is even more suited to you than what you once insisted upon. Remember that you are a co-creator, not the sole controller of the universe. Your job is to set your vibration and intentions and then remain open to however love and grace wish to move in your life. This approach brings peace because you know that whatever comes or doesn't come is for your benefit and growth. When you are free of clinging and demanding, you become truly free to enjoy the journey. And in that state of ease, everything you've been seeking can flow to you. Naturally, as you integrate all of these understandings, your creative power, your openness to contact your unity consciousness, presence, healing, and non-attachment, you step fully into your role as a conscious participant in this grand shift on the earth. The future before you is not a fixed destiny, but a range of glorious possibilities, and you get to align with the one you prefer. These are timelines unfolding where humanity smoothly transitions into fifth dimensional living, complete with open exchanges between humans and many other star nations. In those timelines, fear is replaced by trust, segregation by unity, and limitation by liberation. You are helping to anchor that reality through your inner alignment. Right now, every time you choose love over fear, curiosity over judgment, and hope over despair, you took the balance of probabilities toward the best case scenario for Earth. We want you to know that we and many other beings like us are observing this great transformation with joy and anticipation. We see more and more of you stepping into your sovereignty and radiating the light of awakening, and this has a quantum ripple effect across the collective. Do not underestimate the impact that your personal vibration has on the world and even on the galaxy at large. You have friends in the skies and beyond who are eager to greet you openly, and with each day that you hold your highest frequency, you draw that meeting even closer. In practical terms, prepare for ET contact does not mean packing your bags for spaceships. It uh, it means tending to your vibration and your state of mind and heart. Continue to do the inner work. Continue to send out love and openness. Continue to envision a harmonious reunion with your galactic family. In doing so, you make it inevitable that you will experience the version of Earth that a reunion is a living reality where we in the Arcturian Collective want you to know how immensely delighted we are to witness your evolution. You have come so far in such a short span of time, and the ending of these galactic treaties is evidence of the progress you have made. You earned this new freedom through your dedication to growth and love. We have been with you throughout this process, guiding, energetically assisting, and cheering you on, and we will continue to be with you as the veil fully lifts. Whenever you feel doubt or discouragement, we invite you to tune into our energy. We are always sending you love, reassurance, and encouragement. And if you quiet your mind and open your heart, you will feel us right there beside you. You are our ground crew, in a sense, the ones brave enough to incarnate on earth and instigate this magnificent shift from within. And we could not be more honored to work with you and through you in the coming times as the acceleration continues. Remember to take care of yourselves. Take self-care, rest, and play are not trivial. They are essential for maintaining your vibration. Celebrate how far you have come, even the smallest victories in your daily life. A moment of compassion, a spark of intuition, a loving choice as part of the grand victory of ascension that is unfolding every day. Affirm that you are exactly where you need to be and that the entire universe is supporting you because it feels the truth of that. We promise you I'm sorry, bro. Feel the truth of that. We promise you that so much more is on the horizon. More connection, more clarity, more magic. Stay on this path of light, dear ones, and know that we are walking it with you in every moment. Our love for you is boundless, and it is our absolute pleasure to watch you step into your galactic citizenship with grace and enthusiasm. Know that we remain with you and always eager to assist and to connect in love, right? So shout out to the Octurians. Shout out to Lady. Thank you for that message. That was a beautiful message, bro. Shout out to Jose Pella. Thank you for that channel. Shout out to the Galactic Federation, bro. We fucking love y'all, bro. Shout out to the Octurians, man. That was a beautiful message, bro. Thank you. Thank you. See, I was just explaining that to y'all, right? I was just telling y'all that, I already made contact, bro. That's how I'm going so hard on this shit, bro, because I know they real, bro, right? I already know they exist. So, those of you, because there's a lot of people that's really curious about aliens, right? But you guys just like to go on Google, you like to go on Reddit, you like to go everywhere but within, bro. Stop looking for that shit outside. You'll find it in here, bro. It's in here, bro. They're in there, bro. You understand that? You really want to make contact, bro? Meditate, bro. Listen to me. Raise your vibration. Right? These niggas will appear, bro. They'll just appear, bro. I'm telling you, it's crazy, bro. Right? But this is reality for you, bro. Right? So I'm leaving this live here. Listen, I love y'all, bro. Have a beautiful day, bro. Or just get the jug that you could wear around the neck. I don't know if I want to walk with something around my neck for 4 hours, bro. Right? That'd be kind of crazy for me, bro. But y'all, I'm out of here, Mr. Shadow. Enjoy the rest of your day, bro. I'm gonna holler at y'all, man.